2022 on EA Sports. And tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Browns and the Buccaneers, and it's coming up next.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really a good matchup when you boil it down. Baker Mayfield of the Browns, Tom Brady of the Bucs.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possessions. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. There he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept them short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff on Father Time the way that he has.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
From midfield, here's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady getting it out wide here to Bernard. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. To throw, it's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there?
And down he goes, a Buccaneers sack. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. On 1st down, Brady. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Given 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes. Just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly. Got in there and made the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Jordan Elliott.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Heading back out, Baker Mayfield as we call up our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play fake. Mayfield. Now he's forced out left. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Don't do us like that.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Browns.
Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many, because once they get going, look out, things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts Gronk as much as any receiver I think he's thrown to in his career, and it's evident when you see that.
And that's saying something.
That's saying something right there, but he's earned it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Brady.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. To throw again on 2nd down, Brady. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Brady, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Mayfield on first down. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
First down, Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brings up second and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, second and 2. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first and 10, Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. William Golston able to drop him for a loss of a couple. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. Swings this out for Hunt. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Dustin Colquhoun now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here we go.
Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the 35 on second down, Brady. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Brady to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
Second down and 3.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
Come on, baby, let's go.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Mayfield. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Browns drive about to get started. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And here we go again with Tom Brady and Tampa's offense.
What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Second down at 4.
Here's Brady. He finds his man Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Again, it's Brady. There's Evans again, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Brady. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady to his old Patriot power with Gronkowski. Now the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Ryan Succop for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. But despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They forced him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 38, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Mayfield down.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
From the 30 on second down, Brady. Again, it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got it. Touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones from 13 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a two-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. The Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Brady looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression. Following the interception, Mayfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
57 yards on the ground for him so far.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop it.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Keep playing hard. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Higgins.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Browns.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Well, it's 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. Johnson's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Brady now on first down. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
To throw again on second down. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Brady. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He finds his man Johnson. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Brady got to have this one. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up first and goal.
Let's go.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to 1 knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, of course, this win a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect around the league. And to them, that's vitally important.